Okay guys, so I think I fixed it. I'm not entirely sure that that's exactly how it was before, but yeah. So anyways, what am I going to go ahead and do today, guys? I am going to... Let me just try to expand my map here. I am going to do what I said I was going to do in my last recording session. And I am going to head on over here to the winter biome. And we're going to do a little bit of exploring. And as you can see, I've extended this tunnel. I've actually extended both of these tunnels in order to help facilitate some of that exploration. Now, you see the rails below me here. And you might be wondering about that. Actually, let me put away my money real quick. There. Just in case bad things happen while I'm over here. You're probably seeing this, and you might be wondering, well, what the hell is that and whatnot? So basically, I went in here and I was looking for, like, what can I actually do with all of my extra lead. Now that I have 99, essentially, I've got 93 that are filled and 6 that are empty. I got 99 buckets. What else do I use my lead for? And actually, let me get... Oh, I actually don't have any lead bars at all. Okay. Well... yeah, you can see I also have a lot of topaz. I was considering making like a topaz thing, but I'm not sure there's a topaz... Oh, there is a topaz rod, but it requires tin. And as you can see, I only have... Or no, I actually have 24 tin bars. I could make that, but I'm not going to. But anyways, I was wondering what in the hell could I possibly use all of my extra lead for? I was like, because I didn't really want it to become a, I didn't really want it to become the next copper, just, you know, a metal that is essentially useless for me. And I think the only thing I'm going to end up doing with copper now is I'm probably just going to sell it to the merchants for extra money. And I eventually found this, minecart tracks. And it says iron bar here, but you can also use lead. Iron and lead are essentially interchangeable for a lot of things. And I was like, minecart tracks. Okay. And I thought about that, and I'm like, you know, there's a reason why minecarts were actually used in mines. It's because it made transporting both people and the ore a hell of a lot faster throughout the mines. So I was like, okay, maybe I could travel a whole lot faster if I made minecart tracks. And I thought, after I made these minecart tracks and I laid them down, I was like, okay, so now I just need a minecart. And I went back up there and I looked and I looked and I looked. And for the life of me, I could not find how to make minecarts. So I went online, I tried to look at some stuff, some videos online, and pretty much every video online ever is the PC version of Terraria, which has some differences. I saw that apparently all you have to do is make the minecart track, and then you like press E or some shit, E or R or something, and you just magically a minecart appears. It just goes poof. And then you can fly! Holy crap, can you move quickly. So I was like, okay, well, I don't have the ability to press E in my mobile version of Terraria, so what exactly do I do? So I looked that up, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So what we do is, essentially, we just tap the minecart. And you can only do this with specific weapons out. You try to do this with the pick, and you know it'll bring up the circle, say, "Oh no, 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 you can't do that, you can't do that." With the bow, you'll probably just shoot arrows. With any material, oh no, you can use it with materials that you can build with. But personally, I like to do it with the sword. So if I quickly tap in rapid succession, you can see that I can use this minecart track to very quickly cover ground. So this is how I'm gonna be, getting around from place to place from now on, probably. Is just using that. So anyways, this is the winter biome, or at least it's a part of the winter biome that's kind of connected to the Crimson. So I'm gonna do a little bit of exploring today. Let's see what we can find out here. And I do want to kill this demon eye, if at all possible. I guess I'm going to be killing the, yeah, there we go, I got a lens out of that. You might be wondering, well, why do I want lenses so much? Oh god, did I just get a raincoat? I got a raincoat. I don't want to wear that, so yeah, we're getting rid of it. I'm also getting rid of this, egg. Yeah, actually, after I got the bow off screen, I went ahead and I tried to fight Lepus again with the bow. It's still a no-go. The fact that he summons, or he keeps summoning, copies of himself and, those disaster bunnies, it's just, a complete nightmare to try and fight him. It is kind of ridiculous. Even with the abilities, the amazing abilities of the Platinum Bow, it's just not really a good idea for me to fight him at this time. So, let's see, we got some zombie Eskimos. Oh, those were pots. Okay. They didn't really look like pots to me. I guess because they were frozen or something, but... So yeah, this thing kind of goes into the Crimson here. And I do, the way I was able to go ahead and, carve out a path out of the Crimson area was I was just using these sticky bombs. That's the only thing I was doing. I was just using sticky bombs to detonate the Crimson blocks that I cannot mine. So let me go ahead and demonstrate that real quick. So I've got this platinum pickaxe, and ting 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 ting, just cannot mine that block. Cannot mine it at all. But if I use a sticky bomb, waboom! And then you get these crimson stone blocks, which, as far as I know, don't actually serve any purpose whatsoever. Which is kind of sad. But, it's like, whatever. I'll go explore that little tunnel of the Crimson later. For right now, I'm not doing a whole lot of mining in this area. I'm just kind of going to explore the tunnels that are naturally here, and I want to get some Shiverthorn and Shiverthorn seeds. Is this one of the tunnels that I want to... Yes, okay, so let me go ahead and place some torches around it, so that we can kind of see what we're doing in here. Okay, so this doesn't really go anywhere in and of itself, but I can very easily go over here. And it looks like that was just a pot. Okay. No, I can't put a torch down there. Okay, let me try here then. Really? There we go. Oh, is that water down there? It might be water down there. That might be why I wasn't letting me place a torch there. Map. Not really showing me much at all, so I guess there really aren't that many extra caverns. Oh, hey, but there is lead here, which I actually have a use for, making more mine tracks. So I definitely want to grab lead whenever I can. And actually, let me get my... I'm not going to be using the bow against ordinary enemies. I could. when I first made it, I used it against a whole bunch of zombies, and it was a little overkill. Yeah, it wrecked some shit. It wrecked some shit pretty hard. It's a little ridiculous against normal zombies. But let's go ahead and yeah, that's what I thought I saw. A whole bunch of lead, which I actually need because I'm completely out of lead because I made so many minecart tracks. It actually took like almost 600 for each of the tunnels. 600 minecart tracks for each of the tunnels that leads over here. So, you know, that was like quite a bit of lead. Considering one lead and however much wood it requires creates 30 tracks. You know, it took 20 lead bars just to make it over here. For each tunnel. So that was 40 lead bars worth of lead right there, which was a little it was basically all I had. But I was worried that you know, lead was going to become this useless material for me down the line, and it appears that is not quite the case. So at the very least, I'm glad for that. It won't be a useless material. Okay, so is this the next, yeah, I think this is actually the last major tunnel or cavern that, I found. Oh, wow, is this really going to be this disappointing? There's no way it can be this disappointing, right? This literally goes nowhere? Okay, well, I said I wasn't going to do any digging, but, I have to do some digging. Come on. There's no way that this is, like, the end of this. Now I'm going to do a lot of digging because there are other things I want to get to here. But, really? Maybe if I dig down where this ice is, it kind of looks like there might be an open area there, a little bit. It's kind of an open area. Oh, there's another open area below it, okay. Well, that'll work for me. Let me just move to the side here. Oh, is my inventory full? Yeah, my inventory's full. Well, actually, it's not that hard. Well, let me get rid of this stupid grave marker. I don't need that. I also don't need the one extra tiki torch. Get rid of that. So yeah, let me go ahead and grab these ice blocks. And then we will mine ourselves down. And see what we can see down here. Not a whole hell of a lot, to be perfectly honest. I'm just gonna wait for these ice slimes to, you know, yeah, do their dumb thing. Oh, okay, well there is some stuff over there. Or rather, there is another area over there. And it leads to yet another area. Nice. Okay. First I want to get some of this tungsten. Yeah, another change is with all of the tungsten, you can see that I am now in full tungsten armor. So I have 16 total defense, which is pretty nice. Platinum obviously would be a little bit better, and at this point, I actually don't really have a whole hell of a lot else to use my platinum on besides making platinum armor. But I actually don't need it. To be perfect, actually, you know what? I don't need this campfire either. Get rid of that. I don't need the copper ore, but you know, I might need that inventory slot as I go down here. Maybe, perhaps. Ooh, and we've actually got thin ice here. Can I mine the thin ice to get anything? No. But yeah, you stand on it or jump on it, and it just like breaks. Or at least it usually does. This one doesn't seem to want to break for some reason. What is that up there that's glowing red? I can't remember exactly what that is. Oh right, isn't this one of those demon altar things? I think it is. Which actually, this provides me a lovely time to go ahead and mention a couple of things. So, you see this suspicious-looking eye? It has the ability to summon the Eye of Cthulhu at will. So, if you're trying to farm bosses for various things, because they drop very useful materials when you kill them. That's why I've been saving up lenses. That's why you actually do want to fight Demon Eyes. Because with all of these lenses, you can craft suspicious-looking eyes, which allows you to summon the Eye of Cthulhu on demand. Now, I'm not going to make this right this second, mainly because my inventory is full, and I actually have more than 6 lenses, so, you know, it's just going to be a pain in the ass. But yeah, that is not the only such item that will summon a boss. There's also a bloody spine here, which is made out of vertebrae, and this is something you can get only if you have the Crimson in your world, or the Crimson Corruption, whatever it's called. And this will actually summon the Brain of Cthulhu, which, once I saw that off-screen, I was like, the Brain of Cthulhu. I was very curious to find out if that was basically the same as the Eye of Cthulhu, in terms of what it does, so I kind of spoiled myself and I looked it up. I couldn't resist the temptation. Yeah, it's an interesting fight. Now, I already fought Lepus again after having, and let me go ahead and light this area a little bit. I already fought Lepus again off-screen after having made my Platinum Bow, because I thought, really, the Platinum Bow might make all the difference. I really thought that with the Platinum Bow, I might actually be capable of taking on Lepus. And I wanted to see what he would give me. So I fought Lepus, and I found that that really isn't enough to deal with him. Now, he has some unique features about him in terms of what he does. He basically summons more of himself. So, it's not so much necessarily that he had a crapload of hit points, it's just that he kept summoning more versions of himself, which have a pretty high chunk of hit points. So, like, I was never able to keep hitting the exact same Lepus. I was just constantly hitting other versions of himself, which was really, really annoying. So I couldn't actually kill him, unfortunately. But, you know, I'm kind of curious as to whether or not the amount of HP that he has is on par with, say, the Eye of Cthulhu. If it is, the Eye of Cthulhu fight shouldn't be that hard. The Brain of Cthulhu fight, on the other hand, that might be a whole other matter. But if I fight the Eye of Cthulhu enough, then I should get the things that I need to fight the Brain of Cthulhu.